There's a stink bug on my diffuser. Guys, this week has been so long. This week has been so long, so exhausting, so draining. And there's a stink bug on my diffuser. All right, it's gone. All right. Welcome back to the pod, to the Stay Crispy podcast. It is your host, moi. Okay? Like I said, it's been a long week. It's glad to be back. I'm filming this on January 26th. Okay? So we're finally getting into the rhythm of filming. Okay? We're getting more cyclical here. I'm actually contemplating, the second episode isn't out yet, but I'm contemplating airing an episode every week. If I can pre-film like I am right now, I think we're pretty golden on being able to maybe do an episode every week. Don't hold me to my word, okay? I'm not promising anything, but it is possible, okay? So, without further ado, let's get in to what I have to share with you. So, I have a lawsuit that I was sent in the mail from a company that I used to work for in high school, and apparently they're getting sued. So I want to read to you what's going on. So this said company, because I don't want to get sued. Okay, this said company, apparently, I am entitled to $5.87 based off of claims and rights of people not getting, like, entitled to, like, pay or something like that. I have... Let's read for a second, okay? Yes! Okay, what is this case about? Okay, so apparently someone failed to provide employees with predictable schedules within at least 72 hours notice and failed to maintain employees' scheduled shifts instead canceled employee shifts by more than 15 minutes with less than 72 hours notice. And 3, requiring retail workers to work additional time within 72 hours before the start of a shift. Apparently, this was going on with this company. Apparently, that's worth $5.87. So, y'all let me know in the comments if I should send this in so I can get my cash, so I can get my bag. That's fun. Also found out that not only am I genetically predisposed to developing a fatal heart condition, I'm also predisposed to gastric cancer. Guys, what a time to be alive. 2025 is off to a great start. January will be one for the books. That's for sure. So let's get into the not serious topics of today. So you all might be wondering, Jonathan, what's going on? TikTok is back. You know, are you going to keep doing this? Yes, because I don't trust a single thing that is going on within the U.S. government. Okay, the inauguration happened. TikTok got magically saved by, you know, our Lord and Savior. Okay, and all thanks to President Trump, TikTok is safe. Oh, but then he puts out on Twitter, I want TikTok to be owned by an American or an American company. We want 50% ownership, and you have 90 days to comply. Then TikTok will be banned. Okay. So you're telling me that you use TikTok to gain a fan base, and then you were like, I don't know if I'm going to save it. I might save it, but I don't know. You're, dangling fish in front of us, okay? Oh, but now you want to ban it because now the inauguration happened. Everyone was able to see it on social media because, TikTok is just so important and so important to our free speech. And, but you're still going to go through with the ban if they don't sell it to an American company. We already talked about this last episode, but something fishy is going on. And I don't trust the government one single bit. Okay? Yeah, so that's going on. And I just think it's actually crazy that this is what's important right now. Okay? At this point in time, there are so many things going on in this country. Wildfires. People are getting taken out of their homes. Children are being separated from their family. People, are continuously dying of so many things. And we're still worrying about what's going on with TikTok. Okay? And then what's also interesting is, you do a little social media scroll, and there are accounts of people saying that specific databases for TikTok in different states or something like that are being used by Meta. Okay. And then you have other people saying, oh, well, you look at this on the TikTok algorithm, my comments are being censored, and, my posts are being taken down, and Taylor Swift's the smallest man has ever lived, is now the smallest woman who ever lived. That's true, by the way. I did look that up, and it is coming up the smallest woman. And it makes you think. What the heck is going on here? I don't trust anyone that is in this political climate. I am just so fed up. I'm just so fed up, and I'm not going to talk about it anymore because it royally pisses me off. It actually does. So I am going to give you an update because I have some things to talk about. Okay. First episode. Okay. I talked about how I was having a rough time with managing my hobbies. And good update. That has gotten better. So round of applause for that. It's gotten better. So it actually kind of ties into what the sermon was about today at church. I've been getting really comfortable this month with just taking time off and just resting and not really doing anything. And the sermon today was basically about, working, leisure time, and then love. And, we're not really going to get into the specifics, I'm not going to, spit facts about the sermon. But it really just, validated me. And, okay, you figured it out. We got this going. You put in the work. You figured it out. And so we're really just dabbling in just the things I want to do. If I want to sit, because I did this, unfortunately, do I feel a little bit bad about it? Yeah. But, it's what I wanted to do. And, I watched, Grey's Anatomy yesterday for 6.5 hours. That's a long time. That's what I wanted to do. I didn't have anything to do. I didn't really feel like doing anything else. I wanted to rest, and I just wanted to do that. So I did it. And, I've been playing guitar when I wanted to play guitar, and I've finally gotten into some writing. I finally, got over the hard part of the chapter that I'm writing in my book, and I need to finish the chapter. I want to carve out the time to do that. And, it's been good. It's been good. I've felt a lot more free and a lot more comfortable to just do what I want to do, because I said, like, I don't want to make lists. I'm not making lists, that is not something that I want to do. I just want to do what I want to do. And something that I want to do, I mentioned that I want to do coloring books, but I also really want to just get back into reading and reading my books, because over here, you obviously can't see, but like I have a ton of books in my personal library, and I really just want to get back into them. I want to carve out time in order to do that. However, for reading a book, I really can't involve that many hobbies into my life while I'm reading, because if I'm reading a book, I want to hyperfixate on that book. Like, I need to finish it, because there's no point in starting a book if you're not going to finish it. So I need to finish it. And so that involves me really just figuring out my schedule, and really just carving out specific sets of time to just specifically read. And so that's going to be my goal for this week. I will give you an update on that next episode. That's going to be my goal for the week. I want to start and finish one book this week. That is the goal. I'll give you an update if I do that. Okay. So I've been doing good with that. And also, I hung out with a friend today. So my heart feels full, because obviously I said last episode that, I wasn't really feeling that well. And being able to like actually hang out with someone in like, my own room was actually like so self-fulfilling. And like I hung out with a friend online and we played some games over Steam, and, that was also just like really good. It's still not the same as like being in person, obviously, but at least it was something. At least it was something that felt really good. And so it's been an interesting week in that aspect of just, just like really carving out the time for like what matters to me. And, this stuff matters to me. And also, like, there's just a lot of stuff, like, going on at work. We're changing over to a different store. I'm not going to dox anything about, where I work and stuff like that. But, a lot of stuff is going on over there that, more or less is good. It's, like, also, like, kind of like a stressful time for the store, but it's still, like, a good stress. And I hope that stress goes away. But yeah, it's fine. It's fine. That's another thing. Yeah, I've been saying that too often too. It's okay. Here, another rant. Okay. Something that I've been noticing this past month is how often I'm like, it's fine. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Because I really try to be like a chill person, because past me was not very chill. Past me had a lot of audacity, which, I still have. But we've learned to control ourselves, and we've learned to, be a better person, because I've talked about a little bit, just like I was not in the best mental state in high school. I would really say that I was not that good of a person at all. We've done a lot of growth in the past 4 to 5 years. And I'm just like, is it okay? Like, is like this specific thing, like, okay? And like a couple things that have like happened is like, someone got me involved in like a little altercation at work. And I was like, don't worry about it. It's fine. Like, it's fine. But like, was it though? Like, was it fine that like you got me involved in something that like I should have gotten involved in? Like in the moment I was like, okay, like it's literally whatever. Like, I don't care. But like, it affected me, like it involved me in some way, shape, or form. And like those things, thing after thing after thing after thing, those things can pile up. And I want to learn. This is another challenge that I'm giving myself this week is I really just want to internalize that and be like, okay, is this truly okay? Is what's going on, like, okay, like, am I fine? Or is this something that, I should address? And this is something that, like, I should be handling in, like, a different way. Should I talk to someone? Should I actually voice my opinion? And we're going to see how that goes. We're going to do some self-exploration. And yeah, I haven't ate anything. I haven't ate anything all day. I'm starving. Actually, that's not true. I ate a donut. It was really good. It was a peanut butter and jelly donut. It was like peanut butter frosting with like jelly filling. Oh, it was so good, guys. Like, I wish I could like show you a picture. But that was a bomb. That was a bomb donut. I don't know if I would say it was like the best donut I've ever had. But I would say it was definitely like, it was up there. It was up there. But another thing that I'm really like being cautious about, especially in like a lot of things that's happening in social media, is I'm really being careful with parasocial relationships. And it sort of goes back to some of the things that like I've talked about before. But this mainly just has to do with whatever is going on between Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively. Okay, so I'm not going to get into any of the drama because that's literally not what it's about. What I want to talk about is, why do people care so much? Okay, I'm speaking to the choir here because this is what I'm learning. Okay, is I do not know these people. Okay, these people do not know me. Okay, I don't know what Justin's gone through, and I don't know what Blake has gone through. I don't know anything about these people. All I know is what I see on social media, and all I see are their movies, and their movies are literally fictional people that have no credibility on who they are as a person. It gives nothing to their personal identity. Okay, and it's just so interesting to see all these people just rallying and just gaining sides, and oh my gosh, Blake this, and oh my gosh, Justin that, and people are just like shoving proof in everywhere, in every corner, and every place, and just really just like throwing everything out there. And I was having a serious conversation about this with my friend's mom, and she was like, just like, you've always not had a thing for Blake Lively. And I was like, that's not true. I like her movies. I really do like her as an actress. But like, I'm also seeing these things, and her character just seems fishy. And I have no place to judge these people. I have nothing to say on who these people are as a person, what their motives were, who they are as a person, and what's truly in their hearts. I can't speak on any of that. So why am I going to pick sides? There's a lawsuit. They're going to figure out in the lawsuit. I'm taking a step back. I'm not caring anymore. There's so many other things that I could be like investing my like emotional energy into. And it's certainly not going to be Blake Lively drama, okay? I'm certainly not going to support Colleen Hoover as a person. That's a completely different issue. But, like, we're talking about, two people's lives that they don't know me personally. I don't know them personally. So I can't speak on anything. They can shove all the proof into the media that they want. But, like, at the end of the day, like, I don't care. Like, it's not my life. Like, you do you, and I'll do me. And, like, I don't want to be involved in the drama anymore. And it also goes to the people that are, like, constantly speaking about Zendaya and Tom Holland. Oh, like, they should just, like, come out already and just say that they're engaged. Like, oh my gosh, like, she was wearing a ring at the Oscars. And, like, that's just, like, so crazy that they haven't. It's none of your business. It's literally none of your business. It's not any of my business. They don't owe you a single thing. Yes, they put themselves publicly out there as, figures in media and, celebrity status because, that's so important. And people think that they have a right to every little thing just because someone puts themselves out there. That's not right. That is an invasion of privacy. They are allowed to have their own personal life. And I don't care. I don't care if Zendaya and Tom Holland are married or engaged or they could have been married for like a year. I don't care. I don't care. And people should stop caring about that too. Like, okay, you love Zendaya and you love Tom Holland and you ship them and, you love your favorite actress or you love your favorite singer and yada, yada, yada. They don't know you. They don't know you. They replied to your one Instagram comment. And does that like give you a right to like be so incredibly invasive and just like talk about their bodies or talk about their marriage or talk about anything, literally anything. People have the freedom of speech, but that's not freedom of consequence. And you thinking that you have the right to talk about the ins and outs of someone else's life, boo, actually boo, like boo, you're terrible. Like, I think that's incredibly just like, shut up. Actually, just shut up. Anyways, I'm getting a car. I finally got a car. I'm buying my mom's 2017 Volkswagen. Okay, so we're back for the third and final time. And if I have to get up again, I'm literally going to scream. Okay, so like I was saying, I'm finally getting a car. I'm getting my mom's vehicle, which I'm very happy about because it's a very good vehicle. It's what I want. It's an SUV. It's off the ground, so it's good for the snow. Bluetooth, which more or less is important to me because, I like music and stuff like that. And it's just an overall good car. Has 63,000 miles on it. So big thumbs up for that one. And I'm not going to have a car payment. I'm just going to be paying insurance and gas, which another thumbs up for me. Okay. So that's another update. And then, like I talked about the other episode, I don't really remember which one it was, but Night Agent finally came out. I watched it, and it was so freaking good. Guys, if you haven't seen Night Agent, Netflix sponsor me. If you haven't seen Night Agent, go watch Night Agent. This season was so good. I explained a little bit about what Night Agent is about. I want to re-explain it because I did not explain it well. So I'm going to re-explain, and then I'm going to explain season 2. And then if I haven't convinced you to go watch it, then Netflix, I guess you shouldn't sponsor me. So, Night Agent. Okay, so you have Peter Sutherland and Rose Larkin. Okay, they're the two main characters. Peter Sutherland works in the White House basement for a project, like a secret project called Night Agent or Night Action. He is a Night Agent in season 2, but he works for a project called Night Action. And Night Action was investigating a terrorist attack on a train station in Washington, D.C. that Peter Sutherland had stopped. Well, flash forward like a year or whatever, Peter Sutherland gets a phone call at night by Rose Larkin, whose aunt and uncle are apparently night agents. Okay, they're night agents. And she had no idea, obviously because it's a secret program. They have to keep their life secret. And she gets involved in this conspiracy with her parents and like, why did these people die? And so they start uncovering, okay, why were my aunt and uncle killed? And basically they start uncovering a plot within the White House to sort of topple the US presidency, and sort of just like this secret organization of just like people to like take power and like cover up like something that happened that was going on a year ago. So like it all connects. Okay. And so it's a whole US conspiracy. And then season 2 of Night Agent, I was on the edge of my bed. I have not gasped and I have not screamed and yelled and just exclaimed so many things as I did during this new season of Night Agent. So this season of Night Agent, Peter Sutherland is in, what is it, Baghdad? Or like somewhere in like India, Indonesia, somewhere in that area. And he is on a mission in that major city to uncover who is selling information to the like people over there. Okay, so they're selling US information. And his partner ends up getting shot and he like barely escapes alive. Okay, so because he thinks that there's a mole in like the CIA, FBI, he goes rogue and he just like stops all communication. He's gonna figure out on his own how to do this. A man ends up calling Rose Larkin, who hasn't heard from Peter Sutherland since he left 10 months ago. Okay, so season 1 takes place 10 months before season 2. Okay, so Rose Larkin is like now working at this tech company, and she's developing like an algorithm for facial recognition within like public security cameras and like XYZ. So she's able to use public accessed information, like information that you can access publicly. Okay. And she's able to use like people's photos and like other stuff to like find like people's faces. Okay. And she uses that technology to find Peter Sutherland in New York City. And basically what this season is about is they are uncovering something is going on within the US presidency, because people are selling information to people to get higher up within the US government. And then there's like this whole thing there's like a whole like side story that like ultimately didn't matter. It literally did not matter. Because like they all like got confused in the show, but like something with like Iran. Okay, I'm not gonna like say anything. But that was like a side quest that like, also, this is not a place for spoilers. I'm going to say that right now. I will spoil stuff in this podcast. Like, if you haven't seen anything like Grey's Anatomy, which I'm literally going to spoil in about like 5 minutes, this is not the place for you. If I'm going to spoil a whole entire movie, I will spoil a TV show. I don't care. You can skip. You can find the next chapter in the video if you don't want to hear anything. I will be talking about everything. So, okay. Okay, so they are uncovering something with like Iran that like ultimately doesn't matter, but it correlates in the end of the show. Okay, so that's that. It's very good. Crime, drama, and action thriller. That's really what it is. And apparently it's sort of like Reacher, like the Netflix version of Reacher. I've never seen Reacher. If you guys have seen Reacher, you guys should leave like a thing in the comments and be like, oh, look, I really liked it. Or if you hated it, obviously tell me, because I don't want to waste my time. Also, if you made it this far in the video, go leave a like, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. That would mean a lot to me. And so, yeah, now it's time for my Grey's Anatomy update. And I have a lot of opinions to go through. So buckle up, sit down, grab your drink, and let's get into it, okay? Owen Hunt is finally here. I'm in the middle of season 6, okay? And Owen Hunt, this is not, like I've said before, this is not a safe place for him. Because I have a lot to talk about. Owen Hunt is so insufferable. And he is just so okay? Owen Hunt is a PTSD survivor from the war, okay? He's in some war in the Middle East, and he comes to work at it's not Graceland Memorial right now, okay? I just hit the mic. It's not Graceland Memorial right now, but he comes to work at, what was it? Well, because it becomes like, Mercy West. Okay, the hospital. There's so many names for this hospital, I can't keep track. Okay, not only, okay, does he, like, scream at Christina, like, all the time and, like, ignore her. He kissed her and then left and then came back, started treating her like crap, and then somehow she was still getting emotionally invested in this man that clearly did not want to emotionally invest himself in her. And so they end up doing all this yada yada. They spend the night together. They don't do anything like inappropriate. But he ends up falling asleep to the ceiling fan. And then Christina wakes up to her getting choked by Owen Hunt because of his PTSD, and like the ceiling fan like triggered him and all this yada yada. And that somehow she is also royally making me mad, because I understand that someone's trauma doesn't make them a bad person. And we're getting to the point where he's finally in therapy and like he is becoming a better person. But like when he wasn't in therapy, she was still up in his grill 24/7. And she was like, I want to break up with you. We're done. And then she knocks down her ceiling fan because that was the thing that triggered him. What is going on in the House of Commons? I'm just like, he is just so infuriated. And now Teddy, the episode that I'm going to watch tonight, the first episode, Teddy shows up. I can't stand Teddy. It's Teddy, Owen, and Maggie, okay? Those, the big three, okay? I can't stand them. And Teddy's finally shown, because Christina needs a cardio god, is how she puts it. And so Owen Hunt was like, oh, you really need to stop complaining about not having a cardio person and maybe figure out another specialty. And obviously, Christina is the cardio person of the show. And she's like, no, I want to be training cardio. And if I don't get it, then I'm going to leave. Oh, so now your boyfriend is going to send practically his ex to train his now girlfriend. Isn't that interesting? Okay, so can't wait for that drama to unfold. Can't stand her. And then we get into one of the most insufferable people ever. Izzy Stevens. Izzy Stevens. Come to the front. I want to scream in your face. I am so happy she's gone. She's gone. Hallelujah. Thank you to whatever her name is, that is like the producer of the show and the writers, for getting rid of Izzy Stevens, because she's an honorable mention to someone that I can't stand. Because as I've said, I did not realize how insufferable she was until I started rewatching the show. She didn't like Alex Krev. Then she liked Alex Krev. And then she left Alex Krev for a man that was dying on his deathbed. Got engaged to him, and then he died. And then left him, well, because he died. Then he started sort of getting involved with Alex Krev, and then she jumped to George O'Malley. And then they were like, can't do that anymore. Then she jumped to George O'Malley, and all of these people, she said, I love you too. So we're getting attachment issues right off the bat. Okay, we're getting attachment issues, and maybe I sort of relate to that. I sort of relate to that, like, attachment issue thing. Not in the way that she does. She's like, okay. But, like, I see some of her within me of, like, you get serious emotions very quickly. And clearly she has not grown out of that. She needs to do a lot of self-discovery because then she gets cancer, okay, and she becomes even more insufferable, okay? Oh, cancer me, cancer me, cancer me, cancer me, and I can't do it. I can't do it. And then George dies. And I finally agree with her when she goes up to the lady that George saved when he died. And she's like, you need to stop sitting outside this hospital, because this girl's sitting outside the hospital like every day apparently because she's like lonely and depressed. Oh my God, like he saved me. I don't know how to like move on. You didn't know him. This girl literally was like, OMG, I think he was like my soulmate and I hope he lived. You didn't even speak to him. It's giving psych issue, okay? Get a psych consult, okay? And she goes up to this girl and she's like, George O'Malley died. You lived. Go live your life because he can't. And like, and that was like the first time I was like, wait, period. I actually agree with you on something. And then she gets fired from the hospital because, you know, Richard, being annoying as all get out, wants to, you know, get rid of everyone for economic reasons and all this yada yada. And she ups and leaves Alex. Because Meredith and Derek were like going to get married, but then, you know, cancer. And so they end up like not getting married, and they give Alex and Izzy, I forgot her name for a second because she's that irrelevant, to them. They give the wedding to them. And so they get married, and then she starts treating him like crap, and then he starts treating her like crap. And it's just like this big cycle. She gets fired, and she's like, I'm going to leave you a note and not say goodbye to you. And now all we're getting of her character is like phone calls and I'm so thankful that I can't hear her voice. And I know that things happen with Katherine Heigl behind the scenes. No idea. I don't care. Love Katherine Heigl. Hate Izzy Stevens. I'm sorry. And like I said the other episode, I don't care that she has cancer. Okay? I really don't. So don't expect me to have sympathy. Okay? So also something that like I completely forgot is how broken Miranda Bailey is. She has gone through the ringer. Her husband wants to divorce her because she works at the hospital too much. You know, her son almost died. You know, all these kids are dying because she wanted to go through a PEDS fellowship and she gets too emotionally involved with patients. Izzy Stevens, okay, two-piece in the pod. Okay, no wonder why she was so upset with the whole LVAD wire thing. And, you know, that's something else. Richard Weber should have been fired along with Izzy Stevens for that whole LVAD wire thing. Because how are you going to forgive her for doing that? It literally does not make sense. It literally does not make sense. They should have both been fired. The whole show would have been better for it. And it didn't happen. So, unfortunately, we have to live with that production decision. Back to Miranda Bailey, because I don't care about Richard Weber. Miranda is just going through it right now. She's just going through it. And I can't wait for her new husband to come in, because he just like breathes so much life back into her. And I don't know when that happens. I don't know when he comes in. But I'm really excited for that to happen because she needs some happiness. But she's just going through it. She's crying all the time. And she's just like so emotionally like detached. And like she can barely even cry because of everything that's going on in her life. And Arizona. This is like the last person I'm going to talk about. Arizona. You can agree to disagree with me in the comments, but Arizona is a drama queen. As of right now, Arizona, like literally a couple episodes ago, she had like this kid have like short gut syndrome, and he ended up dying. And before he died, though, she went through surgery, and she went and saw Callie, and Callie was in surgery, but like Arizona was like calling her, and she was like, you weren't supporting me, and you're not giving me the emotional support that I need. And like got in an argument with her while she was literally in surgery. Like that is a viable excuse. Okay. She can use that excuse. She was genuinely busy. What? She's gonna be cutting with a bone saw and be like, oh, I'm so sorry, honey. Oh, like a little bit more to the left. Oh, I'm so sorry, honey, that you're like going through this. No, that's not what's gonna happen. That's not. Can you be logical for a second? And now they're fine. Like, I don't get it. They're Callie in Arizona, just like, shut up for a second, okay? That's pretty much my update for Grace. It's just like, everyone's so annoying. The only people that I really don't have problems with right now is Meredith, because actually, maybe I do have an issue with her because she always is saying, oh my gosh, like, I don't have a dad. Like, you're like such a sorry excuse for a man and all this mumbo jumbo. And Lexi, it's her sister, and they've gotten to know each other ever since she came onto the show. And then the bio dad comes up and has, cirrhosis of the liver and needs needs a liver transplant and all this yada yada. Is it liver or kidney? I forget. And he's just like, oh, I'm gonna die. And she, only for Lexi, okay? She says only for Lexi, get this. She says only for Lexi because, I don't know what it's like to be a dad, but I know what it's like to have a sister. And, this would break her, so I'm gonna do this for her. And then she's like, maybe this will give us an opening for us to have a relationship. Okay, so you're telling me for 6 seasons, like, that wasn't an option? What changed? What changed? We don't really know. We weren't given the information, but, like, it's giving psycho brain a little bit. Like, I don't know what's going through her head. Like, that's a really big decision, seeing as how you constantly trash him, like, all the time. So I guess the only people I don't have a problem with right now is Lexi, Sloane, and Miranda. Everyone else, and like Alex a little bit. Oh, then the people from Mercy West are here. Let me give you my opinions on that. Jackson, Avery, okay. Kepner, okay. And then the other 2 get shot. The other 2 get shot. The short girl, thank God. Okay, I've always thought she was annoying. And then tall guy, he was weird. Honestly. I don't even remember his name. But he was weird. And the short girl has like a thing for Alex, and like Alex treats her like crap, but she's like, oh, I love it. But like, I don't know why I like him, because he's such a douchebag. But like, I can't. Like, I like him. Get over yourself, okay? Grow up! I know you can't because you're short, but okay, so that's that. Okay. And I want to talk to you about some things that also make me really mad. But this is like actual stuff that like you can like apply to your life. People irritate me. People irritate me to no end. And like, I relate to Christina on that because like, please just like stop. And working customer service is just actually terrible. It's like actually terrible. Like, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Like, I actually hate this. I'm trying to find pleasure in it. And, it's helping me save money, and it's helping me, reach my goals and stuff like that. Just like financially and, job market wise and all this yada yada. But it's just like so stupid. I hate having to work with people, and I hate having to deal with all these customers. I literally had this customer come up to me, and she came up to my register, And like I said, we're changing over to a different store. So we're like down on a lot of stock. Okay. We're like emptying the shelves. Like we're trying to sell as much as possible. We have a store discount going. And she's like hiding her cart from me because there's like a refrigerator there and I can't see her cart. And she's like, wow, you guys don't have anything. Pulls her cart up. It's full. I wring everything out. She, for someone who says that we don't have anything. Oh, and I forgot to add, she was like, and you guys don't really have anything that I want. You spent $318.24. People just want to complain. People just want to complain. And I don't want to complain about people who complain. I just want people to just shut up and let me do my job. I don't want to hear about all this jibber jabber about, oh my gosh, the store's so empty, and oh my gosh, I can't find anything, and oh my gosh, what are you guys changing into? I've had enough. I've had enough, guys. I've had enough. It's actually driving me up the wall. And then and then there's like simple things. Like I had this old guy, and that's the other thing. Like I said the other episode, it's always old people. It's always old people. I had this guy come up to my register, you know, checked him out and stuff like that. And I was like, all right, you have a great day. And he was like, well, I don't know if a great day is possible, but, you know, a good one, it's possible. Do you also need a psych consult? Does this look like a hospital to you? Does this look like someone who is willing to give out free therapy? No. I'm doing my job. That's it. I'm doing my job. I know, like, what else do you want from me, okay? Like, what else? And I know that's, like, such a simple thing, but, like, it happens over and 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 over. I've had enough. And then I get another customer. I get another customer. And she comes up to my register. And she's like, so I see around the store you guys, like, aren't taking WIC or food stamps or anything. It doesn't apply to me. But I'm just wondering, you know, like, are you guys, like, going to be, like, getting WIC and food stamps? Or is that, like, not going to be, like, a thing anymore? And I'm like, you know, we just, like, don't have it, like, available right now. Like, we're going to be getting it, hopefully, within, like, the next week. It's just, like, licenses and stuff like that. But, like, hopefully we're going to be getting it in the next week. And she goes, oh, it looks like you guys don't have a lot of things available right now. Do you want to get punched in the face? Do you, like, what? The audacity of people just to say whatever they want on their mind. Me with the podcast. Just like, they just, like, think that, like, it's okay. They think it's okay to just say whatever they want. And, like, you're annoying. You're annoying. Like, I literally don't care about anything you have to say. Like, don't talk to me about anything. Like, can you just let me check out your groceries without you being a complete hag? Like, stop nagging me about all this stuff and stop saying all these rude comments about the store. And not to defend the store or anything, because I think the store is, you know, let's not get into that. But, you know, just like, why do people have, like, okay, free speech and all that, but, like, people just feel like it's okay to say whatever they want, whatever is on their mind. No, you're annoying. Like, do you not use your brain and, like, think about this stuff? Like, honestly, like, and just, like, and even the people at work are just, like, so, oh my God, like, there's this one customer, there's this one employee who stole his molasses. I literally unboxed and boxed 32 crates of milk before he even did one. I literally did 32 boxes before he even did 16. And we're getting paid the same. And he's just so lazy. He's lazy. He's slow. I can't do it. I can't do it. And every single time he doesn't know something, and every single time he can't find a tag, and every single time he doesn't want to use his brain, he comes to pick mine and just knock my head into a wall, would ya? I can't do it. I just can't do it. It's just so annoying. Like, can you use your own brain? Can you use your own brain and just like stop nitpicking mine? And can you do your own job? And can you stop relying on me to do your job? And can you just figure it out on your own? Can you use whatever brain cells you have left in your brain to just do a simple task without being like, oh, I didn't see that section of milk. I didn't see that. Should I fill it? Should I fill it? Yes, if it's empty, fill it. If it's empty, fill it. Like, come on, bro. Come on. I need to breathe. So, music racks. I'm done. I'm sorry that I complained this whole episode. Just like people are always, you can't expect much from people, honestly. Like, you can't expect people to like fit our mold, and we want people to like act and be a certain way, but like at the end of the day, no one's ever going to be perfect. And like, I struggle with that, and like, I realize that, like, I know it in my head, but like, common sense, people. Common sense. Let's use our brains. Let's come together as a community and stop being annoying and, be our own people and be self-reliant instead of just like, anyway, music racks. Okay, so I don't really have an artist of the week, so I'm not going to really bother with that, but I have been listening to like some things on repeat, and the first one is I've been listening to Changes, actually, by Justin Bieber. That's been back in my rotation. That came out years ago. But I've been listening to that. I really like ETA off of his Changes album. ETA, Changes in general, and that one song that goes, I need you all around me. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. That song, I like that. And then there's what is it called? Let me look at my playlist. I know it's called Dandelion. I forget who it's by. Dandelion, it's a 3-song EP by Grent Perez. Okay, Grent Perez. And it's a 3-song EP. I listened to 30 seconds of the second song, didn't like it. But the other 2 songs, great. Very vibey, very happy, very upbeat, very like what I like listening to in the car. I like the vibes of that. So if you like good vibes, go listen to that stuff, But I don't really have any more music recs than that, I bet it's been like a plain music week, actually. So I think that's it for the pod. Thank you for listening, I guess. And I'll see you in the next one.